Hey you guys, it's Toya and thank you for watching Toya JTV. Today I am going to show you how to properly blow dry your hair. Alright, so I've already detangled my hair. I've already shampooed, conditioned, put in my leave-in conditioner, all that good stuff. Everything's good. Alright, the only thing I need to do now is blow dry. So what I do is I comb it into the style that I'm going to wear it in. All right, and I kind of wanted a deep part. I think we can go a little deeper. Okay, so this is good. This is about how I want it. So what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and blow dry. What I normally do is I normally start on the heavier side when I blow dry and end up on the lighter side. There's no really right or wrong side to start on. You can start on whatever side you want. And I know before I start blow drying, I know you're gonna ask me, are you gonna use a heat protectant? Yes, the answer is yes. I have already applied all of that. I apply heat protectant in my leave-in conditioner, the Silk Hydration by L. Jones leave-in conditioner. I include heat protectant in that. It has an ingredient that actually coats the hair and protects it from excessive heat. All right. Now, even with the heat protectant, you still don't want to overdo it with the heat. Even when you're flat ironing, just because you have heat protectant on does not mean that you cannot damage your hair. That's just like saying just because you wear gloves when you're taking something out of the oven that you still cannot burn yourself. You can, okay? All right, so here we go. You want to take your brush, okay, and you're going to blow it down the hair shaft. You want to follow the brush with the blow dryer, starting at the root. I'm going to try to get closer. One note, when you're blow drying your hair this way, the only reason I'm using a brush and the blow dryer is because my blow dryer does not have a comb attachment. If your blow dryer has a comb attachment, then that's like having both of these in one. You won't need this if you have a blow dryer with the comb attachment, okay? Another thing, the reason why I'm using the concentrator, this is called a concentrator. Most of, if you have a professional grade blow dryer, they come with this. You can get this kind of blow dryer from, as long as it's professional grade, then it's going to come with the detachments. It normally comes with one or two of these. Okay, you just simply put it on. And you might even can buy these separate. Okay, you just stick it on the blow dryer at the end. All right, make sure it's on tight because this has fallen off while I was in the middle of blow drying several times. All right, okay. The reason why I'm not telling you what brand this is because I will be having my own line of blow dryers coming out soon, and I don't want y'all running out getting something else just yet when I know something else better that you can use. But also, when you're coming down with when you're chasing your blow dryer with your brush, do not do this, okay, and put that heat directly on that brush like that. You will burn your hair. You want to be kind of away, maybe about this far away, come on down. The reason why you have the concentrator on is because all of that heat is concentrated in this nozzle, and as long as you're at least this far away, that's fine. That heat is still gonna come onto that hair. Now, if you did not have this on, then the heat will just be going everywhere because it's a wider circle. But this is actually concentrating the heat to exactly where you're coming down at. That's why right now this hair in the top is almost dry just with those few takes that we did, and this part is still soaking wet. Okay, all right, here we go. Okay, as a tip, I'm getting close to the back here, and since I'm not that flexible, my arms do not bend all the way to the back where I can come all the way down to the length of my hair. So at that point, what I do is kind of just hold the blow dryer out without using the brush and just try to get all of the back that way. Watch. And you can use your fingers at this point. Now at this point, I'm just checking to make sure it's dry. If you have very thick hair, 9 times out of 10, your hair is not all the way dry. Okay, and I still feel wetness mainly at the roots. It's actually drier than I thought. Okay, so the wetness that I mainly feel is right in here, just at the root, and right in here at the root. So what I'm gonna do now is put it on low and get closer to the root. If you have it on high and you get too close to the root, it can burn you. And use your fingers to go in there and separate the hair so that you can it'll get to the root. Okay, now it feels completely dry, I think. Okay, yes, now it feels completely dry. All right, so at this point, you're not done blow drying, you guys, yet, you guys. All right. So now I'm just gonna get it back. Find my part. There it is. So I'm gonna want it to fall this way. All right, so after it's completely dry, what you want to do now is put it on the cold setting. All right, and then you're gonna cool this hair back down. I know a lot of you are asking, why in the world would I need to do that on the cold setting? Here is why. Because when you're using heat on your hair, you are lifting up your cuticle, okay? We only want the cuticle slightly raised. When the cuticle on the hair is raised too much, that lets all of the good stuff seep out. Like your moisture, if your hair is just dry all the time and you're doing everything else that you're supposed to be doing, like drinking your water, you're using the right products, you're eating a healthy diet, and your hair is still dry, your cuticle, and also another indicator is that if your hair always looks frizzy, okay, that means that your cuticle is raised too much. That and heat does that. The cool setting closes it back down. We don't want it all the way closed. We just want it slightly raised. All right. So now I can move on to the styling.